The following program is being brought to you on the Voice America Women's Channel. For more information about our network and to check out additional show hosts and topics of interest, please visit voiceamericawomen.com. The Voice America Talk Radio Network is the worldwide leader in live Internet talk radio. Visit voiceamerica.com. The views and ideas expressed on the following program are strictly those of the host or guests and do not necessarily reflect the views and ideas held by the Voice America Talk Radio Network, its staff, and management.
Do you have aspirations to be a leader in your business or organization? Welcome to Leadership Stars with your host, Linda Patten. Each week, we feature true leaders, recognized in their fields, who provide insight and ideas in creating a strong team and how you can become an effective leader. Now, here is Linda Patten.
Welcome, and it's so good to have you here today. Even though you'd probably rather be outside watching the solar eclipse. But today I have a guest that I have to be honest, I'm really excited about having her on the show. I have been looking forward to this for months, and I'm glad that the day has finally arrived. And my guest is a master clairvoyant. She's an inspirational speaker. She's a spiritual advisor. She's an author. And I'd like to say I can call her my friend as well. She's dedicated to enlightening all of us through her work with individuals in media around the world to raise mass consciousness. Her message is of divine truth with love to create a permanent and everlasting change within oneself. And I have to say that I've done some work with Sid, and I really want to do some more. And I've just find her to be a very powerful and yet very gentle woman with all of these great gifts that she's going to share with us today. So I'd like you to welcome Sid to our show today. Welcome, Sid.
Linda, thank you so much for having me on. I've been looking forward to this day, too. It's been a few months since we booked it out, and I've been so excited about it. I've been telling all my friends, like, hey, I get to play with Linda.
Oh, and I love the fact that we get to play a bit, because you have so much to offer. And this is, of course, a very unusual day anyway, with one of the first full solar eclipses to come across the United States in eons. So, yes. Of course, I have to ask you, tell us about this solar eclipse and how is it going to affect us?
You know, it's interesting because everybody, we don't have solar eclipses that often, I mean, It is a natural phenomenon. It does happen. It's part of our world. It's how our universe has been created. It naturally happens. People get so excited about it. And I know a number of people actually that are setting up weddings today. They're getting married today during the eclipse. Yeah. So that tells you how excited, people are about it. And they're beautiful. They have just such a strange power and strange energy to them. But this one, falls under a retrograde also. So, right. And so it makes it even more intense. It makes it an intense time. And if you've watched the past couple weeks, people have been acting a little kind of crazy out there. They're disoriented a little bit. They can't get things to work right. They aren't thinking correctly. Even so a lot of volatility has been happening, and a lot of people's energies are just very scattered. But that's what can happen during eclipse, especially in a retrograde. And I'm not an astrologer, but so this one's a little bit more difficult. It creates an upheaval. It creates an energy of upheaval instead of directness, okay? So it's not a bad thing. It doesn't turn out to be a bad thing, but it makes people scatter a lot, instead of gathering and having a centeredness for themselves. They feel uneasy. They keep looking, outside of themselves for answers and stuff. One of the things that I always practice with people and teach people is that when we have an uncenteredness of ourselves inside, that's where we need to go so that we become centered inside. It's not to look outside of ourselves to find answers, because the answers are deep down within inside of ourselves. So sometimes when people are out there and you're questioning yourself, you don't know what to do and you don't know where to go, or you don't understand the situations that you're in, drop down deep inside of your soul, just calm yourself, take a couple of deep breaths, and ask the correct questions. So when you center yourself, then your body becomes calm and you have the answer of where you need to go, what you do, what you need to do, how you need to think. So an eclipse is a difficult time to be able to center ourselves. But, towards the end of the night tonight, you'll be able to do that. It'll be easier for you to be able to focus and to center.
Okay, audience, so we need to wait till the end of the day to get back into our center and more balanced, calm, and all of that. So let the day's energy happen and understand that it's not necessarily you, that it is what's going on around us. Sid, one other thing, you and I both have been experiencing a tremendous amount of technology challenges. You were telling me a bit about that, yesterday. Does the solar eclipse have something to do with that as well?
Absolutely. Eclipses and retrogrades, like we were just talking about, is that Mercury's still in retrograde. If nobody knows anything about retrogrades, it really is that the planets start, slowing down. They say that they move backwards, but they don't really travel backwards. It's just the backside of the Earth. And so people have difficulties with computers, technology of any kind, phones, TVs, my Skype account last night went down. That's why we had to figure that out early today. Right. And cars, difficulties and stuff like that, things that have any type of mechanics break down. Communications get misunderstood. People aren't communicating the way that they think that they should. Also, money has a hard time coming in correctly. People say that they're going to pay you, or you're expecting money to come in, and that gets delayed. Travel gets delayed, lots of delays with the travel, and the eclipse is notoriety for that. It does it every time. So again, if you're planning things around an eclipse, just know that it's going to be a little more difficult.
Yeah.
It's going to take a little more time to get there.
Well, I think I told you, I moved where I'm doing the show from my home office, which is where I usually do it, to my regular office, I guess you'd call it, because it has a hardwired internet. And last 2 weeks actually, I've been having a heck of a time with staying connected for the show. And staying connected in a way that people could understand me. It was bizarre. It was like, I don't understand. I don't get it. And, it makes perfect sense, needless to say.
Remember the old TV shows with the sci-fi that you used to wear tinfoil on your head?
Oh, yes.
so you can get a good connection?
Oh, yeah. Well, and it was like, well, but should I sit in the bathroom, because that's the node kind of runs through the two bathrooms? Should I sit there? What would make it better? Anyway, so it's just really, really interesting to see what happened. My husband's car has sort of gone wonky. I discovered the fact that my tires had split, and you were actually seeing the steel belts. Oh, I mean, there's just all sorts of interesting,
all kinds of things.
Yeah, mechanical things that are going on. So will that all go away after today?
It takes a couple of days for that to go away, but you will see things all of a sudden starting to come together again in a more gentle fashion. It takes a couple of days of energy for that eclipse and the Mercury in retrograde. I think we still have another week or so. I don't remember exactly when the Mercury goes direct. So things will start running a lot smoother next week.
Okay, so if you all are having trouble with your electronics and that kind of thing, just recognize the fact that it is what it is, and it will get better in a week or so. Yeah. It also lends opportunity to revisit different situations in your life. Retrograde means going back in the past. Right. Okay, so people from your past can come into your life. It also means that some things that if you have not taken care of something from the past that you need to take care of, it will also bring that up. Okay, so it gives you opportunity to readdress situations that are not completely finished. Okay, so you can get individuals that you haven't talked to for 20 years. Hey, how you doing? or the issues, sometimes lawsuits or whatever it is, that have not been resolved. It gives you time to resolve it. So sometimes it can be very friendly. It can be difficult, but it can also be very friendly to us also, so that we can resolve. And sometimes those are interpersonal issues, with ourselves, that we haven't grown enough, and all of a sudden we have a new enlightenment, so that we can resolve some of the hurts that we've had, some of the healings that need to take place. Past hurts
in relationships or whatever it is, that we all of a sudden have a healing come about, or a relationship comes into our life that says, no, yes, I'm sorry that happened to you, but let's heal that. So Mercury can also bring that enlightenment. It can bring an enlightenment to a past issue, or a past problem, or a past hurt, or a past relationship, past friendships and stuff. So it reconnects and realigns you into, again, that old thing that we have not finished yet. So it gives you time to finish it. So that part can be wonderful. It's always hard to revisit. It's not always as easy as it can be a little bit difficult, but it also lends way for that healing to occur where we do need healing sometimes.
So, Sid, what you're saying, too, is that if there are people that you need to forgive, that this would be a good time to reconnect with them and to work on that process of forgiveness?
Oh, absolutely. Absolutely. One of the things that I show people and I teach people, sometimes if you just sit quietly, because you don't have a way to communicate correctly yet. You haven't learned how to talk to this person, or you haven't managed to contact them and say, look, I'm truly sorry for what took place. Sometimes if you just sit quietly and you envision them standing in front of you, okay? And if you tap the top of your head, your crown chakra, that's where your crown chakra is, and just imagine a beautiful gold light coming into the top of your head. And as it comes into the top of your head and it cleans and purifies the top of your head, it drops down into your throat and into your chest, and envision it as it drops into your chest and your upper back, that it turns pink. Okay, that gold light turns to a beautiful, beautiful pink. And as it swirls in your chest and fills your body up with pink is the color of love. Okay? So you just breathe that color in and just let it swirl deep, deep, deep into your chest. And then as you look at that person with your eyes shut, it's hard to do it with your eyes open, and you just bathe them with your hands, okay? Let that pink light come out of your hands and just bathe that person with that pink light, saying, please forgive me. I'm sorry for the wrong that I've done to you, and I wish you nothing but love on your path. And if our paths cross again, please know that my heart and my soul I want your forgiveness, or even you do that with the person that you need to forgive. Okay, so we bring that pink light to that individual, so our souls can release the hurt, and we can also bless them on their journey. So that it's been healed, it's been taken care of. If you're in a relationship, if you're with somebody and you're arguing with them all the time, let's say you're arguing with your child and your child's being difficult, or you're being difficult with your child, because sometimes it's vice versa. Okay, so sit quietly and bathe that child and bathe yourself in that pink light. Okay, or you're arguing with your boss all the time. Your boss is being a jerk. Who knows if your boss is being a jerk or not? But if you sit there and take practice and time to do it, you'd be amazed at what happens with that relationship. It's a very powerful tool. And even if you don't, if you haven't had self-love, if you don't know how to love yourself properly, and you say bad things to yourself, and you condemn yourself, and you judge yourself, and you feel guilty all the time, put yourself out there. Have an image of yourself and bathe yourself with divine love. Because then you soften also. It's good to soften so that you can receive love too, that you can love yourself again. So it's a promising tool, it's an amazing tool, and it's a very powerful tool to be able to open up forgiveness and open up love.
Sid, that's fantastic. I've been working on some forgiveness issues that I've had, and this is a terrific tool for me to use to make that forgiveness even stronger and bring the love in as well. Thank you so very much for that.
You're welcome. Absolutely.
All right. So, Sid, I'm going to ask you this question because basically you asked me to ask it, which is, who are you?
Right?
I thought that was an interesting question. It's like I've never asked somebody that. Who are you?
Yeah. The work that I do as a master clairvoyant, I have the ability to be able to project myself into anyone's life, and that's past, present, and future. And in doing so, I have a live motion picture of people's lives. It's me standing in your world, and I describe to you what it is that I see. I see, smell, taste, feel, and hear. So it's literally live for me. When I hear something, it's directly from spirit. They tell me what you need to know, so I repeat what it is I hear them say. I don't have any real control of how that comes into my body. I just open up, and then whatever I receive, that's what you get. But that's what I do. That isn't who I am. So a number of years ago, I was pretty much brought to my knees by our higher selves, by God, and by my guides. And they taught me through a process that who I am as Sid, as a spirit, as a being, not as Sid the girl, okay, but as Sid the being, is who I am is a possibility of spiritual enlightenment for all human beings. And in being that, so what they basically taught me and showed me was I chose to come to earth, and I am a chosen one. They chose me, God chose me to come here to spiritually enlighten people, because I'm spiritually enlightened. I have a knowledge of God's purity. I have a knowledge of what God's wisdom, God's love wants for each and every one of us. And so I open my life, open my being, my world, for people to be able to experience God, for people to be able to experience their most ultimate life, their most ultimate path, so that they can have that joy. But most of all, that they can have a centeredness and an understanding. When people have understanding of what's really going on with them, their body's calm. They become peaceful. Their mind's quiet. People have very chattery minds. Their minds go all the time, constant chatter. And it separates them from spirit. When we quiet our mind because we have understanding, our mind's quiet and spirit envelops our body. We can feel spirit going through our body. We feel safe. And that's a big word. We feel safe. We feel loved, and we feel contentment. We don't feel a need to go outside of ourselves and to create havoc or problems. Okay, so my ability of who I am brings that to you. So when I communicate with you the truth of who you are, your body calms, it feels safe, and then you have a centeredness about yourself. That's all it is. It's just God's love. And I have the ability to be able to have an avenue to get to you to have that. And I don't know which avenue it is. It depends on the person. Even all your listeners today, I just speak the truth, and their body's just instantly calm. So that's who I am.
And I love that about you, is the fact that you can bring that peace, that quiet to each and every one of us. So, audience, I want you to sort of revel in that while we take a short break, and we'll be right back.
Voice America Women's Channel, a leader in the forward movement of women's success.
Linda Patten draws from her 4 decades of leadership experience and her heartfelt passion to show women how to lead, dream, and create what inspires them. Her signature training programs and workshops will guide you through the key skills you need to own your leadership power, build your resources, plan your path, and take the actions that will translate your vision into reality. Start by scheduling a free, no-obligation 30-minute strategy session with Linda Patten. Contact her at linda@daretodreamwithlinda.com. That's Linda at dreamwithlinda.com.
Have you friended us on Facebook yet? Why not? Just go to facebook.com/Voice America or search for the keywords Voice America. Once you are part of our Facebook network, you'll receive daily messages about what's happening with our shows, this week's featured guests, and new happenings at the Voice America Talk Radio Network. And you can add your voice to the always active discussions on our timeline. Just go to facebook.com/Voice America or search for Voice America.
Voice America Women's Channel, a leader in the forward movement of women's success.
You are listening to Leadership Stars with Linda Patten. To reach the show today, please call 1-866-613-1612. That's 1-866-613-1612. You may also send an email to Linda at daretodreamwithlinda.com. Now, back to Leadership Stars.
Welcome back, and I'm here with my very special guest today, Sid, who is a master clairvoyant. She is an inspirational speaker, and we're having such a great time talking about the solar eclipse, Mercury in retrograde, and who she is. And I think knowing that she has a connection and can help you to experience God and to feel safe, loved, and contentment and centered, which in the way this world is going right now, that those are important aspects to feel and to be in your life. So Sid, welcome back.
Thank you so much, Linda. It's a great pleasure to be here. I always love spending time with you.
Oh, thank you. And you as well. So we now have a mutual admiration society, right?
Right.
Right. So this segment, I really wanted to talk about support systems, and not necessarily, your virtual assistant and your copywriter and your webmaster, but that other realm of support that we all have, but we don't necessarily access. So can we start with, who do you use as your support system?
It's funny because I do have a personal assistant, and she does a great job for me. Thank you, Kelly.
Yes, Kelly was great. Thank you.
Yes, she always takes great care of me. I've always, since I was a small child, let people understand this. I had 4 people that would stay in my closet, 4, and they would talk to me all night long, all the time. And those I learned at a very young age. Those were my guides. Okay. Mm-hmm. But I have 37 extra. So I have a lot of people that are around me all the time. Now, I use my guides. I use my masters, my teachers, my spirits that have passed away. I don't use those for any type of support system. Some people can. My ascended masters, there's a whole conglomerate of universal energy and universal source, okay, including angels, again, the spiritual individuals that have passed on. But we can access those. I access my guides, and let me explain guides to you so everybody has a understanding of what that is. A guide is an individual or individuals that you have karmically contracted with before you came to Earth. They come with you to Earth, and they stay with you during your whole lifetime, and then they are with you after you go back to spirit. They do not leave your side. They go with you through lifetime. You can have them through lifetimes, but they stay with you through this lifetime. Mm-hmm. One of the things people have to understand, and this is what creates safety, and for our feeling of safe, is we are never alone. You are never allowed to come to Earth alone. You cannot be a human being not alone. It's not accepted. It's never allowed. We do have angels around us, and the angels come. People will say, we have a guardian angel. We have angels that come watch over us, and we can have a guardian angel, including our guides. Our guides are different than our angels. Our guide is to guide us through our karmic destiny, the things that we have created, the things that we have written down, and the things that we are going to do. And they see to it that we will do our karma, that we will do our destiny. They're here to guide us. They're here to help us and to keep us on our path. Mm-hmm. The angels come when we are in need. The angels come, again, when we are in need, when we have a need that is too big, too great for us, and we can't handle it. Archangels come when we have even a greater need. Okay? I have seen regular angels. I have seen guides. I have seen spirits, people that have passed from the other side that come. Now, don't misinterpret what spirit people that have passed on can and cannot do. Mm-hmm. People from the other side, a lot of people say, my brother died when he was young, and so he's my guardian angel. So you have an understanding. Humans don't become angels. Angels don't become human. Angels are angels, humans are humans. Now, humans that pass away can become supportive of us. They can help protect us. They can become a part of our life. If and only if they have a willingness that it's about your higher self. They can't influence us if it's not. If it's about what they want, they cannot influence us. They can talk to us. They can hang out with us. You can talk to your brother that passed away all the time, but they're not allowed to influence us. Okay? So they're here to talk with us. Spirits come all the time. Okay? So my structure that I put in place, that you can put in place also, are my guides, number one, because they can help everything about my life. They can guide me when I'm traveling. They can take care of my work, my business when I'm not at home. They can take care of my home. I always place for security all the time. I always have one of my guides at my front door and walking through my home at night to protect my home, to protect my family. When I need them to go protect someone else, I send them. If I need to heal somebody from a long distance place, they go with me. I can astral project and I can go help someone else. I can send my angels to help my family and my friends. How you do it is you just stand there and you ask your angel or call upon an angel or your guides, it doesn't matter, you just call upon them. And you just sit with your eyes shut, and then you'll feel them. You'll feel them just a little bit, or you could see them, or you'll see them at the side of the corner of your eye. Or if you're very psychic, you can see them fully. Okay.
Yes.
And then you just ask real quickly, will you please go help Lisa? She's in pain. Whatever Lisa needs right now, please go help Lisa. And they're like, yep, I'm on it. They want to help. That's what they're here for. They want to help. So ask them for many things. That's why they're here. They're here to help you. They're here to serve you, to guide you, to protect you. Okay? So it's amazing how when you start using this universal source at your disposal, it is at your disposal. Anything that you need. Okay? That doesn't mean anything that you want.
Yes.
Okay, so you don't go to, you guys go, see that new Ferrari? Can you get me that? And then they're like, well, we could, but you can't afford it, so it might not be the best thing.
Right, yeah.
We're speaking within reason.
Yeah.
Prayer is a very big support system. When we pray, it brings connection. Prayer is the ability to connect to whomever you are praying to. Please pray with honor and gratitude and humility. You are asking for the honor and the respect and the humility to stand in front of the divine. You are praying to the divine and asking to be blessed. Please ask to serve. How may I serve you better? How may I speak the words that you wish me to speak? How can I love more? Please guide me on how you wish my life to be. Please empower me with your will. How can I serve more? Not, will you bring me something? Okay? Yes. So it's about, please cleanse my soul. Please open my mind to what you wish me to have. Okay, so it's humility. It's graciousness. I thank you for listening to me. I come in all of my graciousness. I love you. Thank you. Is how to start to pray correctly. That's just to start to pray correctly. The other one is meditation. The way to meditate is to be able to open your breath You open your breath. You breathe deeply so that you can get connection from the universe. As you open your breath and you breathe deeply, your mind ceases conversation. If you breathe in deep and you exhale all the way out, your mind stops physically thinking. It's an impossible way to be able to think. You cannot think for about 3 seconds. Mm-hmm. So as you just focus on your breath, then your mind quiets. Well, then spirit can communicate through you. Mm-hmm. They can come into your mind and into your soul and into your heart. Not being invasive, but you're asking them to connect. So when you're traveling, when you're on vacation, the reason people love vacation is because they separate themselves from their daily life.
Right.
So that they can connect. So they can reconnect and rejuvenate. Prayer helps you connect. Meditation helps you connect and rejuvenate every day. Mm-hmm. Talking with your guides every day helps relieve all that pressure, all that responsibility. I talk to them all day long. Mm-hmm. Talk to them all day long. People might think you're crazy, so you don't have to talk out loud to them. I do, because everybody knows,
that you're crazy.
I do. They're like, yes, you should see how she talks to him. But when you talk to him, it's like, I need your help. I'm running to Smith's real quick, and can you give me a really good parking spot? Because I'm in a hurry. Parking angels.
I have parking angels. I love parking angels.
They're the best.
Yes.
Try using them one day. Parking angels. Love them.
Oh, they are tremendous. When I say, gee, I want a parking place like right in front, maybe with 20 minutes on the meter, it's there.
It's there.
It's there. Sid, I have to ask you, I had a reading a while ago with a colleague of mine, and I'm going to give you a list of names, and you tell me sort of how they fit in your hierarchy, because these were the folks who were on the reading with me. Kuthumi, Archangel Michael and Raphael, Lady Portia and Faith, Mother Mary, and the Galactic Mothers.
Wow. Okay, so you want me to tell you who they are?
No, I want you to tell me sort of like how do they fit in your guides, angels, and then we're going to talk about the third piece, which is Ascended Masters, as soon as you answer this question.
Okay, so your archangels, obviously.
Right. Yeah.
Portia's a twin, ascended. What's the first one that you said?
Kuthumi. It's Kuthumi.
I've never heard of that.
Okay.
Huh. I'll have to look that one up.
He's a judge, allegedly.
Yeah, he is.
Yeah.
Well, yeah. I'm like, ooh, I've never seen him. I'll have to find out.
Good. Let me know.
Right. Mother, of course, is Mother.
Yeah. Yes.
I mean, and I will tell you what. If anybody has not felt her energy, pray to her one time.
Oh, it's amazing.
Oh my gosh. One of the most purest, beautiful, divine love will come all over your whole body. Mm-hmm. And you will just feel it emanating. It is just awe. Her power is just extraordinary. Just extraordinary. Who else did you say?
Lady Faith. Actually, she came across as an archangel. But
she's an archangel. Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. And then the Galactic Mothers.
Oh, we love them. They're fun. They're fun. They're playful. Sometimes we have universal groups. Mm-hmm. Okay, so we have a universal group, and they're a universal group, and they like to come together, and they like to play, and they like to be powerful, and they like to travel universes. They like to travel universes too. Yeah, so they're just a playful motherhood, and they, how when you get reprimanded, like when a bad boy is doing something wrong, those galactical mothers go, bad boy, no. So they can come in and reprimand and go, no, that's not allowed.
I love it. Yeah,
they're the playful reprimanders too.
Yeah, and I've been starting to work with them, and I'm really appreciating, and I'm so in gratitude that they're part of my life as well. So thank you for
absolutely
playing with that.
Absolutely. Mm-hmm.
Yes. So let's start the discussion on ascended masters. First of all, who are they?
Ascended masters are created to be able to basically do the commandments of God. God commands. And so the ascended masters execute those commandments under his will. And there have been a few, not many, not a lot, but there have been a few that have come to Earth as humans. They are allowed or commanded to. Okay, Christ was one. Buddha was another. Those are the ones that you would recognize. Some of them have not and have no need to. But they are to bring the divine light, the divine love and energy to fill our universe upon God's commandment. They serve God and God only. And that's what they are. They are next to God. They are the direct line from our I am consciousness source. They are Saint Germain, when I think of him, Zophael, Metatron, there's many. And they bring information to the universe also, or to humans also, to earthlings and to different parts of the universe that we're not even aware of. And they teach. They have teachings that they give to the regular masters that can come to Earth, a lot, to reincarnate, the twin souls that come to Earth and incarnate to bring information to the world and to humans and to other worlds. So they are right next to God. They are the most powerful next to God.
Okay. And we just have a couple more minutes before our next break. Can anyone use the guides, the angels, and the ascended masters as their support system, as you do?
Everyone. Every human being can use it. Absolutely. All you have to do is ask. It's very simple asking. You just ask. So again, if you just ask for an angel, I want an angel. Can an angel come help me? Angel, can you pick me? Because I want an angel to come play with me for a while.
I know, it sounds so much like my daughters when they were little. Mom, can I have an angel? Can I have a guide? Yeah.
Yeah. But
yes.
And by the way, we all have our guides. Our guide is always with us. Some people have many. Some people do not. Some people only have one. That's okay. So how you find your guide is, again, you shut your eyes and you just calm yourself and just relax a little bit. And you imagine them standing to the left or to the right of you or in front of you. That's all. And then once you feel them, ask them their name. And it's usually the first name that pops up in your head. It's really easy. People think that it's so mysterious.
Okay.
But this guide has been with you since you were a baby. I mean, since before. Yeah. So it's very, very, very simple. Mm-hmm.
So hang on to that thought. And audience, I want you to close your eyes and call on your guides and see who shows up to the left, the right, and in front of you. And we'll be right back.
Become our friend on Facebook. Post your thoughts about our shows and network on our timeline. Visit facebook.com/Voice America.
Let leadership expert Linda Patten be your guide to uncovering the leader that lives within you and that you are meant to be. Through her signature training programs and workshops, Linda takes you every step of the way to help you tap into your personal leadership power, design a clear vision, build a loyal, effective team, and create a practical plan to make your dream come true. Get started now by scheduling a free, no-obligation 30-minute strategy session with Linda Patten. Contact her at Linda@daretodreamwithlinda.com. That's Linda@dare2dreamwithlinda.com.
Have you had a chance to check out Voice America's online magazine and blog, Press Pass? If you love our hosts and shows, check out articles that give an even deeper perspective. Plus topics about health and fitness, movie reviews, philosophy, business tips and tactics, spirituality, positive thought, current events, and even more about your favorite host. It's just a click away at vapresspass.com. That's vapresspass.com. VA Press Pass by Voice America. All access, all the time.
Voice America Women. Your passion starts here.
You are listening to Leadership Stars with Linda Patten. To reach the show today, please call 1-866-613-1612. That's 1-866-613-1612. You may also send an email to Linda at daretodreamwithlinda.com. Now, back to Leadership Stars.
Welcome back. And we are having the most interesting discussion about guides and support systems different from the quote human support systems that they have or the electronic or whatever, but actually looking at the spirit world and looking at your guides, your angels, your ascended masters, those people who are out there to support you and who you can connect with through simple things like prayer and meditation, as well as just closing your eyes and asking them to be there. And Sid, you are, as I knew, absolutely amazing. So I wanted to ask you if, again, we talked about accessing and implementing those support systems, the guides, the angels, the ascended masters, as a support system in your life. And you told us a little bit about how you use them. How easy is that for people to do, and do you have any tips on making that happen?
Thank you, Linda. A few ways. If you have never done it before, let's start small with those people. If you have done it before, then, as large as you want to possibly go. Of course, you can do anything that you wish. So if it's small, then ask an angel to ride with you in your car, as you go to work. That's a pretty simple protection. I always ask my angel to ride with me while I go to work, okay? I ask my guide or my angels to protect my home at night. Or you shut your door to your bedroom and fill your bedroom with a beautiful gold light and ask your guides or angels to protect you while you're sleeping, or to protect your children while you're sleeping, okay? Ask your angels or guides for more clients. If it's your own business, please bring to me the people that need my help. If I'm a realtor, please bring to me the people that need the correct home for them, so that I can find the most beautiful home for these individuals. So put them to action, okay? Request them, call upon them, and then put them to work. Have them do things for you. Like we said, parking angels, Yes. Find me a parking spot. So the easiest thing is to ask them to come to you and then put them to work. Okay?
So Sid, are you saying that they're really just sort of hanging out there waiting for us to call on them and to ask them to do things for us?
They really do. They really just want to serve you. They want to help your life. They want to have a relationship with you. My guides, my angels, my spirits that are around me, I have an intimate relationship with them by talking with them all day long and all night long. It's not, it's interesting. My son said something to me. He was preaching the other day, and I want to share this with everybody out there. And he said, what would it be like? He said he was talking with a relationship with Christ, with Jesus. He says you bring Jesus in and you say, I'm going to make a commitment to you, and I'm going to have you, as my guiding source, and I'm going to follow you for the rest of my life. And then you don't talk to him for the next 5 years. It's kind of like me. Yeah, it's kind of like me marrying my wife and then not talking to her for 5 years at home. He said it's kind of a jip on the relationship, don't you think? And everybody in the congregation, of course, starts laughing. And he said, but, he made a really good point about it, is that you're the one that chose your guide or your guides to come be with you. Right. It's their honor. And so you should recognize them every day and have the most intimate relationship that you possibly can. Talk to them, incorporate them in your everyday doings. When you're cooking at home, when you're going out to eat, thank you for the food that you've given me today. And what are we going to prepare? Bring, when you're surfing the internet, have them guide you to the right place so that they can help you. Okay, so you incorporate them in your everyday routine. When you want protection at home, when you need to go, if you're going shopping somewhere. And those are little things, okay? Those are tiny things just to teach you how to incorporate on a daily basis. Right. But when it comes to big, soulful things, they're there to expand your soul. They're there to teach you how to be more connected. They will start giving you wisdom. They'll start giving you knowledge. They'll start giving you new thoughts, new ways for you to find your true love. Please, if you have a relationship that you want really badly and you're willing to be in one, you're willing to be in a great love, you ask your guides, you ask your angels not to find you love, not only to bring you love, but to prepare you. Where you have failed in past relationships, please get rid of my hurt and my pain and my unwillingness to be loved. Help me understand where I have wronged in the past and help me to be willing and prepare me for a great love in my life. And you watch how they start building you. They will rebuild you to prepare you for great love. And it doesn't take overnight. And it doesn't take just asking them to find you a man or a woman. Right. Okay? Because they can bring you one.
Yes.
But if you're not willing, the right one? If you haven't done your work, you're going to turn them down anyway.
Exactly.
So when you start using them powerfully, not only in your everyday presence, your everyday doings, you say, please, come guide me. I will follow you. Teach me how to be better. Show me the way. Bring me enlightenment where I have not had it. I don't know how to do this. Show me how to. Teach me, grow me, build me. You know me. They know you more than you know yourself. Because they're supposed to. Right. They have to.
Yeah.
So build yourself spiritually through them. That's what they're here for. Not only just to help you, but to build you, to grow you.
So, Sid, you're actually asking us to drop the ego.
Oh, you cannot have an ego.
Yeah.
It's interesting. When they came, when my guides came to me, I was literally, this is no exaggeration, I was put to my knees for 4 days. I could not get up for 4 days. Thank God my girlfriend was there at the time. And she took care of my kids. Their power is insurmountable. You will, when you are in the presence of the divine, there is no ego. There is just raw humility and graciousness and gratitude. They are superior. And it should be your greatest honor that they are willing and wanting to help. Because all they have is love. There's nothing but the greatest love out there for you to never feel alone and for you to always be cherished. Cherished. It's the most grandest feeling you will ever, ever, ever experience. And I want each and every one of you to be able to experience to whatever level you can. Because it will change your existence forever.
Yes. So true. So true. So, Sid, let's talk a little bit. You teach people to align with the universal power and to create personal transformation in areas of people's lives that will ignite their own power, and so that they can live a purposeful life and with a purposeful self. How do you work with your clients?
With my clairvoyance, I speak to spirit comes through me, and they allow me to speak directly what they say, how they're feeling, how they understand you, and I speak directly to your soul.
Right.
So what that means is that your soul has an understanding of you that runs your life. Your mind does not. Mm-hmm. Your heart and your emotions do not, and your thoughts do not. That your personality does not either. But your soul does. And when we give the soul the attention it deserves and desires and the information, the soul will guide you to its destiny. The soul will start enveloping, moving you into a direction and into new thoughts, new ways, new ideas, and new belief systems that bring you to your ultimate life, your ultimate destiny, your ultimate wisdom, because you're getting out of your mind. Your mind only can think of what it's been taught or told or an impression. So when you quiet your mind and you activate your soul, which is directly in your solar plexus, right underneath your rib cage, in the center of your stomach, okay? That's where your soul resides. And so when we activate that by communicating directly the soul's desires, your body becomes alive yet calm. And then all of a sudden inspiration happens inside of you. You will immediately become inspired because you know I'm speaking truth to you, and your soul goes, oh my gosh, thank God somebody paid attention to me. Did you hear what she said? Did you hear what she said? That's what we need to do. You need to become a dentist even though you've ignored her this whole time. And how come you haven't gone to dental school yet? Because see, I've been trying to tell you. I've been telling you. So the soul whispers sometimes, go to dental school. What about dental school? We used to talk about dental school when we were 12, but you keep ignoring it, so the mind can start saying, well, I don't know because it's too much money, or you give excuse to all this stuff that the soul already knows. Okay, so as you become an accountant and you're miserable, okay.
And you keep looking at everybody's teeth, right?
Right. And yeah. And you have perfectly straight white teeth. And everybody else's teeth bug you. Yes. So the soul's been telling you all along, but your mind's in argument because you're not paying attention and you're making excuses. So by me telling your soul or listening to your soul and what you're saying, it's like, how come you haven't gone to dentist school yet? And the person will go, what? What do you mean? How do you know that? I used to think about that when I was 11. Because you should be going to dental school.
Yes.
And how come you're an accountant? Where did that come from? Why are you being an accountant?
Because Mom told me to be.
Right? Because my dad was an accountant.
Yeah.
Somewhere, who knows what it was. So by having a conversation that directly to you, whomever, whatever situation it is, or it could be, ma'am, I know that you're very sick. And I'm going to have a conversation with you about your health because you have not divorced your husband and you're in a really bad marriage. And they're like, wow, I am really sick because you haven't divorced your husband and you're in a really bad marriage and he's sucking the life out of you. And you are going, you're on a path here and you can stay. Or you might want to leave. Well, he has been bad for a long time. Okay. So let's find a way. Let's give you a new understanding of why he is doing this and what kind of person he is. Not judging him, but why you're doing what you're doing and how we can change this so you can live. Right. And finding her a new way of loving herself. So when we find her a new way of loving herself, then all of a sudden she has power to go through the sickness and the illness and become healthy and also change her home life for her children or for herself or for whatever reason she needs to.
Right.
So it depends on the situation. Those are just a couple examples.
Right. Okay. And Sid, for me, we're going to Scotland in September. And so you had given me some guidance as far as, well, you're going to move there sooner than you think you are. And I'm looking forward to finding that property in Scotland.
Me too.
It's going to be absolutely perfect.
Send me a picture.
Absolutely, I will. So, Sid, you have a free gift for our listening audience. Would you like to tell them about it, please?
Yes, I have you have a choice of 3. They are deep life transformational CDs. I have created these. They're all my words. It is a guided meditation, and they are all my designed music. I'm not the musician, but I designed the music to go with them. Mm-hmm. The first one is called Wholeness of the Self. And what it does, it's an upbeat, it's a 13-minute CD, MP3. I'm sorry, it's going to come out to you guys as an MP3 so you can upload it to your computer and your phone and stuff like that. So basically what it is that our bodies are a container. So if you picture a champagne glass and you have mud in it, okay, you first have to clean that mud out of the champagne glass before you pour the champagne in it. But a lot of people will just start pouring champagne into that champagne glass and then you just get muddy champagne. So in order to get your body ready, to have good things in it, to put good things in your body, and you get rid of the negative. You get rid of the negative thoughts. Uh-huh.
I'm going to have to cut you off because we just have about 30 seconds left. So you can find these 3 wonderful gifts on my website at www.dare2dreamwithlinda.com. Please check them out because they are very, very powerful. And if you want to know more about my programs and Leadership Inspirations, please check out that website as well. And I'd like to thank Sid so very much for being here. And until next time, be courageous and dare to lead. See you next time.
Thank you for tuning in to Leadership Stars. Please join Linda Patten for another engaging edition of our program next Monday at 1 p.m. Eastern Time and 10 a.m. Pacific Time on the Voice America Women's Channel. We'll feature another noted leader next week.